All right, good day, people. All right, so I'm going to go over a couple of analysis on a couple of projects that have already taken off and doing fairly well. All right, so I know a lot of people got fear of missing out, so you're FOMOing into the market. All right, so what we're going to do here is I'm on a weekly chart, so I'm giving a bigger time frame, and I'm also going to go back and do some form of analysis to see if this is something that um, has shown some form of historical pattern. All right, here's and I've talked about this before too. Is like with XRP, there's always been XRP has always had a rally to eventually fail, and that means it's good. You're gonna see when I bring it up. I actually gotta go find that video. All right, so bear with me. All right, so we'll bring that up in a few minutes. So let's go ahead and talk about XYO. All right, we got a nice little impulse, strong. We're gonna use this swing low to this swing high, and we're gonna see what extension points have already been hit. So we're going to take it up here, bring it back down here. And all right, so extension target 1, 2, and 3 have been met. The fourth one is going to be 5 cent, a little bit close to 6 cent up here on the fifth one. We do need to clear this area right here if we want to do price discovery, meaning that we want to see what new all-time highs they create. But this is going to be the ceiling for what it is right now. All right, and I want you to look at something on this particular chart that what you want to notice. Every time on a weekly candle that we have a strong push up, we see a massive correction. We have a strong push up, massive correction, strong push up, massive correction, strong push up, massive correction. All right, strong push up, get a little bit of a shallow correction, then we hit cross this, and then we come back down. This is what we call a fair value gap. Right now, we have too many fair value gaps going up. All right, this is of concern. It's great. Your portfolio looks good. Maybe you want to take some profits. You can if you want to, but I'm not going to bank on it. I'm going to go with historical analysis. We're not going to just keep going up. We do need to correct. All markets correct. We do have a pin bar coming into the market, which was really great and good. And this is the weekly candles, guys. So this is a lot of big movement. It's a lot of orders that's sitting in here. So we definitely need to take a look at that, right? All right, let's look at what a fair value gap is. Here we go. A fair value gap refers to a noticeable gap in securities price on the chart occurring when there's a temporary imbalance between buyers and sellers, leading to a price that deviates from its perceived fair value and often causes the price to potentially retrace back to fill the gap later on. Essentially, it's a zone where the market is out of balance with buying and selling pressure, dominating a short period, creating an opportunity for traders to capitalize on potential price corrections. And that, my friend, is what we are seeing on these. And what we're going to do is we're going to be very patient, right? Very patient. Now, we can go ahead and load our levels if we want to, take this from the swing low to the swing high. Of course, we have to continue moving this until it finds this defined point of rejection. So this is where we are right now. It can't keep moving up. We got to move it. But nevertheless, we do know that this is a key area right here at the 61%, the golden ratio. Is where we really want to see price come back down to. And if we can get back down into the 0.009s area, 0.007, that would be lovely. Now, we got some other things on this chart shaping up too. It's a fair value gap right here, and this gap lines up essentially where there's a demand zone, all right, where price burst out of here. We did not come back to fill this. So this could also be a loading zone as well too. And because of the price drop down here, you're talking about 85%. You're probably like, that's not going to happen. I don't know. But what I do know is that uh, when Bitcoin starts to rally and goes back, some of these alts are going to bleed again, right? Especially when the Bitcoin dominance gets up to that area, right? Okay, so this is the Bitcoin dominance chart. I already had my zones drawn up to get up to this point. So we did reach this point, all right, and we're starting to drop off. This is really what you want to see. You want when this altcoin season, we need to be down in the 40s. Shoot, well, we definitely get to the 37s. Altcoins are going to go to the moon. It's going to be ridiculous. But back fighting this area, but you want to be careful because once Bitcoin starts inching back up here, all right, into the 58s, the 57s, 59s, you're also going to start to bleed a little bit more, which is cool. It's fine. All right. But be careful of what's happening here. We're back into a demand zone. Price did come, I'm sorry, dominance came back to a demand zone. Now, Bitcoin dominance is how much is Bitcoin dominating the whole entire crypto space. So everything is based off of Bitcoin. Everything is almost paired with it. And almost every asset on the planet goes to zero compared to it. But in a dominating fashion, as you see, as prices just keep dominating, pushing up, a lot of alts are bleeding during this time. All right. But when Bitcoin typically tops out around 60, 61%, we start to see some pullback. So if you go back and you look at this particular drop here in May, June 2021, some of your alts was really starting to rally that around this time, and then it tapered off. Okay. So be mindful of this. Okay, now let's go, and you can look at this. Type in BTC.D, and that'll give you the Bitcoin dominance chart. All right, let's go look at XRP, USD. Okay, all right, now right here, I did a video. XRP historically fails after a rally. All right, so that's that video. All right, now let's go ahead. Let's look at this. All right, we're on a weekly. All right, and what I'm showing. All right, now this is a good one right here, though. All right, and we may be in this one, but we still every rally has some form of a correction. All right, we had a strong rally here. We have a correction, strong rally, correction. All right, now this one is shaping more up to what we may see. All right, so we have the strong rally, and then let's see how big the correction was. All right, here we go. We're at 63%. Once again, you look at this on a daily chart, you thinking that, I mean, you look at this on a regular chart, but this is the weekly, guys, so it's bigger than what you think. That's a 65% correction. So let's go back over here and let's see, theoretically, if we do get a 65% correction, what does it look like? And it's not the end of the world. We're talking about, hold on. There we go. What is this? A 90, 98, 98 cent, 90 XRP. I mean, that's still very good, right? You want a retracement, guys. It's healthy, right? Look, this put us back into the what? The 61%, the golden ratio. Look at all this fair value gaps. It's a lot of fair value gaps. Worst case scenario is if it bleeds and gets back down here more. We're talking about a 58%. I don't really see that right now. I mean, something crazy would probably have to happen, but this is crypto. I mean, anything can happen. And it's also based off currencies, right? So anything can happen and it can spook anyone. But look at these massive impulses that have come on a weekly, and look what happened. We've never seen in this history where it did not come back and try to cover some forms of some of those weekly candles, right? We had a nice move up, correction, nice move up, correction, nice move up, correction. The problem is, who's buying up here? Why? What's the purpose? All right. Even if you see this, you come back. Look, we look at this pullback. Let's look at this one right here. Somebody over here, January, when that nice run up from 2017. All right, 97%. But here's the problem too. A lot of people look at 96% drop, but nobody's talking about this though. From here up to here was 115,982% gain. So what we talking about? Talking about 96%. A lot of people use those type of numbers. Oh, it'll move 96% down from its all-time high. Da 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 da. Yeah, but what is it up from its all-time low? See, that's what we're talking about. So don't get caught up in corrections. We need the corrections. All right, it'll be fine. There's nothing wrong, especially if you long term. The question is, was you buying in here? Was you buying down here? A lot of people, no. They're waiting for this, and a lot of people are coming in the market here, and this is what I'm trying to prevent for so many people coming in. Yeah, you coming in, I got y'all now, and that's why we're going to be doing a lot of this with the Trading Academy and stuff like this, right? If you're not involved, go ahead, get registered, get signed up, all right? So we can slow this down so you guys can know how to trade, how you can do all these things, do all these analysis, all right? Look over here, some of the liquidations that are going on. Last hour, we got 67% are short on Bitcoin. Let's go back in, go look at Bitcoin, and then we're going to go down to 30-minute chart. Let's see what's going on. 30-minute chart. Here we go now. Come on now. There we go. There we go. All right. 30-minute chart. This is what we got going on. All right. Where were we? All right. So 67% was short in the last hour. All right. We did push back up. So early this morning around 8:30, we had this massive move to come in. This meant that a lot of shorts were liquidated because they had. So the red line is the daily low, and then this green line up here is the daily high. Price broke the daily low. This is a liquidity sweep. They trap all the short traders, and then price moves back into the range. All right, now we need to monitor this and see, is because we could roll over and we could go lower, which I hope we do. Give us some breathing room. Some people can take some profits off the table. All right, we can make that some realized gains, and other people can get some second chances on some of these assets cooling off. All right, what we can do is we can take. All right, I measured from here to here. All right, so the first target is 93,354 based off of this impulse down, and then the next one is 91,008. If we push down, we can see that these levels are hit. This would be pretty good. This will give some of your altcoins a little cooling period as well too. But you're gonna see a lot of rotation coming in. You're gonna see some that's exploding. Like today, XYO did almost 200% in one day. So that's magnificent, right? So that's cool. So yeah, we are in this tight range right here, which means that we have found some form of stability and balance that where traders have come to a agreement in price. So when you see ranging, that's what that means. Whenever you see impulsive moves like this coming up, this is too much of an imbalance. That means that there's not an agreement in price. It means there's too many buyers, not enough sellers. But when it starts range bounding, there's an agreement. That somebody said, "Oh yeah, I'm willing to buy at this range. At this price, and I'm willing to sell at this price." So this is willing and dealing. All right, but who's willing and dealing right here? It's all the people who was down here willing and dealing and buying, willing and dealing and buying. All right, and then now they are realizing these profits. All right, they're taking these profits. Right. Also, remember, derivatives markets dominate all markets. Okay, so when you saw XRP that kept going up, all right, a lot of it was not what we call organic buying. It was a lot of shorts getting liquidated. All right, so if you're shorting the market, that means you got to buy back at a later price. So what was happening? All these people were short, and guess what? I tried to short right over here the other day, and then I got toe up on this move right here. So I had to exit my position. As soon as I exit my position, that means I got to buy it back. So that creates buying pressure. Right? This is called a short squeeze. So when we go and look at these liquidations, right, we go look at different. Let's go ahead and look at XRP. Let's go right here, do the drop down, go to XRP, right, and this is coinglass.com. So on XRP, all right, last hour 50% is about even. Let's go to the 4 hour. 50% again on the 4 hour. But don't look at some of these exchanges. You got 69% long, 63, 90% long. If 90% long, look at all these people in the last 4 hours, all this drop, right? All these drop, right? They're getting liquidated, right? And then you got the last 24 hours, right? You see 86% on some, 63% or whatnot. So we can take a contrarian stance that the more people are short, you probably want to look to go long. And the more people who are long, you probably want to look to go short because they're providing liquidity. All right. So I'm not going to stay long on this, but I really recommend a lot of y'all get into this trading academy that's going to start on December 14th. But if you aren't interested in that and you really get to the crypto strategies, we are starting up tomorrow again. You get the bundle. So it's going to include a free workshop that's going to be tomorrow. It's going to be 4 days of that. So if you not comfortable in crypto, we will be getting that, going to the strategies, learning how to research, build investment plans, and more importantly, learning how not to fear, have FOMO. Right? Hit the like button, subscribe. This is your boy E White. I look forward to working with y'all. Have a great one.